Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back to our Lego City. In today's video, we're taking a look at some of the lighting progress in the city and talking through some of the upcoming lighting projects that we're probably going to tackle. And overall, really happy with how all of these brick stuff street lamps are looking as we integrate them with the Mills modules in the city. And you can see quite a few lights now starting to stretch down the city block. And with all of that lighting comes questions about how we will continue to do the wiring and the powering of all of these lights as the city continues to grow. You will know from previous videos that we are using the Brick Stuff battery packs at the moment. So those take AA batteries. And currently with the default out of the box implementation, we can power 2 lights off of 1 battery box. Now in one of our recent Brick Stuff orders, we picked up the 1 to 8 breakout adapter with standard connectors. And what this is allowing us to do is to power a lot more lights off of 1 battery pack. So you can see currently we're powering 4 lights off of 1 battery pack here, but there are slots for 5 more lights to plug in here. And runs the lights just as well here. It's these front 4 here are the ones that are powered off of that particular adapter. And just really going to make it a lot easier to power all of these lights and come up with a logical, easy to follow power plan for the city. Now, what I expect that we will probably end up doing is we'll probably run the lights first to these boards here. So you'll get 2 lights into the board, and then you'll have a wire that goes out from the top there and then heads over to the 1 to 8 breakout adapter. And then from there, we'll run to power probably. And on the back of the breakout adapter here, it gives you an example of a more complicated wiring setup that you could do with this. And we will probably at some point get to something like that, but I think having that 2-tiered approach where we go from these smaller ones up to the bigger breakout adapter and then to power will probably be good. The other thing that I'm curious about and will probably start experimenting with soon is, rather than running all of these off of battery power, I'm curious if we could get a USB battery pack that they all funnel into, just so that it's easier to charge that and, have power handled that way rather than using batteries everywhere. But ultimately, it'll probably be a blend of the two. So looking at the police station modular here, one of the things that's jumping out at me now is that, really happy with the light provided by the street lamps. They're really doing a nice job of illuminating the facades of the buildings and, all of the scenes out in front of the buildings. But with the current lighting setup, I cannot see inside the buildings at all. And, I think that it would be really cool to be able to do that. Now, with that, I think that it would probably be too much to have every floor, every room illuminated all the time. I think it would be interesting to try to have a setup where, you could have the main floor of the donut shop illuminated some of the time, but then maybe you have the option to turn that off and then turn on the light upstairs. So it's kind of like a change in the time of day, so that, like the donut shop is closed and then the person's moved upstairs to where they're living, or maybe the police station is completely illuminated sometimes, but maybe sometimes the top floor is not illuminated because some of the officers have gone home for the day and they're not using the entirety of the building. So, it would be really nice, I think, to add that little bit of storytelling and variety, as well as just being able to see into some of these awesome interiors in the nighttime illuminated situation. Now, with brick stuff, I think there's several different options that could work for this. So I will probably do some experiments and try some different things out. They have some lights that kind of work like fluorescent lights that you see in office buildings, which should be cool. Sounds like it would be neat and could work well in the police station or some of the other buildings that we have. They also have a standard lighting strip that would definitely work in places like the donut shop and some of the more residential buildings that we have. So those are a couple of the things that I want to try out. I know that they also have a number of lighting effect controllers that they offer as well for sale, which would be interesting. So you can get kind of like, a burned out bulb effect where you get that's almost like a flicker and it's kind of going in and out. That might be interesting to try. I do like some of their flickering stuff as well. I don't know that I would use that in the city proper. I like how that has worked so far with the Winter Village. So different things that we want to try, but I think that is the next level that we want to go to here. With these extra lights, there's definitely going to be some more challenges with powering and wiring all of the buildings and lights in the city. I know that Brick Stuff offers a product that allows you to set up some interesting wiring options on the back of your modulars so that you can still lift off each of the floors without causing any issues. Because by default, if you were to set up wires on the interior here and have them coming out to power, everything would be, all those wires would be connected and prevent you from lifting off each of the floors, or at least lifting them off in a nice way. But this lets you have basically I think it's like a connection basically. And so you can lift it off, and so you break the connection so the lights aren't powered. But when you fit it back down, the connection is restored so that they can be powered and lit. So definitely some things to try out there. But I think that with the 1 to 8 breakout adapter that we were trying, we'll get some more wires, and like I said, we'll try a USB power source. I think we can come up with a pretty workable, clear to understand power system that will allow us to achieve a lot of interesting things throughout the city. I don't plan on having the city lit all the time, but I think it would be really cool to be able to, like I said, sort of tell some of these different stories and put the city through its paces with different times of day and different stories going on within it. So that concludes this look at our lighting progress in the city. Really happy with how it's coming together, and we've got a lot of other great lights that we're going to be integrating soon. We've got more billboards that will be getting set up in the city. We've got some cool lights around the theater that we'll be talking about in an upcoming video. And just lots of cool stuff going on. Also some lighting around the Winter Village. So definitely stay tuned and keep an eye out for those. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.